Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 4:30.
A man is fighting for his life after a stabbing, but police say the person who did it might not face charges.
We are tracking the search for the person who tried to rob two women at a hotel.
And Home Depot reveals hackers got away with millions of email addresses. What you need to know to protect yourself. WKYT News at 4:30 starts now. Good afternoon. A man is suffering from critical injuries after a stabbing.
It happened at a home on Ravenwood Estates just outside of London last night. Police say the man who committed that stabbing may not face charges. WKYT's Phil Pendleton shows us why in our top story at 4:30.
The incident happened about 2 miles west of London at a home on Ravenwood Estates. Police are telling me that Paul Minton went over to his neighbor's house and was stabbed. But police say Minton's actions were aggressive and threatening. When he went to the home of Wendell Hammond in that manner, Minton was stabbed twice in the chest. He was airlifted to the University of Tennessee Hospital, where we are told he is in critical condition. Police say no charges were filed as they believe this was a case of self-defense.
If somebody comes on your property and you feel threatened, you feel like your life is in danger or that you might receive serious injuries, you have the right to protect yourself. And we believe at this point in the investigation that may have been the case.
And again, there were no arrests, nobody was charged, but everything will be submitted to a Laurel County grand jury for review. In Laurel County, Phil Pendleton, WKYT.
And police say it is possible alcohol was involved, but they're waiting on toxicology reports. We are tracking the search for the person who tried to rob two people at a Lexington motel overnight. Two women say someone kicked in the door of their room at the Red Roof Inn on 8th and Boonesboro Road about 5 a.m. Police say the women told them that the robber demanded that they hand over everything they have. The women didn't have anything to give, so the robber left empty-handed.
Police arrested 3 people on drug charges. John Gannum, Dallas Carlton, and Austin Cox are charged with drug trafficking in Boyle County. The Sheriff's Department's drug task force spotted the 3 leaving a restaurant in a white Jeep and stopped them. During the traffic stop, the officers say they found synthetic drugs, morphine pills, heroin, cash, and other drug-related items. Home Depot says a data breach back in September is worse than previously thought. In addition to customer credit card data, hackers stole 53 million email addresses. WKYT's Rebecca Smith shows us what you need to watch out for in a story that's new at 4:30.
Heather Clary with the Better Business Bureau says as much as technology helps us, it can hurt us. The prevalence of compromised data has grown with high-profile breaches at places like Target and most recently Home Depot.
So this latest data breach with Home Depot does not just impact your credit card information, but also your email. The Better Business Bureau warns against clicking on any strange links that you see pop up in your inbox.
It's called phishing when a scammer provides a link via email with the intent of identity theft. More and more stores are asking you to provide an email address when you're checking out. Clary says you can opt out. Also, the option of emailed receipts versus paper receipts is becoming a trend.
Have a second email account that you only have stuff like that sent to, and that way it's not cluttering up your main email, or just say, no thank you, I'm not interested.
Of course, to avoid the headaches altogether, you could just shop with cash. In Lexington, Rebecca Smith, WKYT.
Home Depot says it will be activating chip-enabled checkout terminals at all of its U.S. stores by the end of the year.
There are some new rules for deer hunters here in Kentucky. You can no longer bring a whole deer carcass killed in Ohio into Kentucky. Deer in Northeast Ohio recently tested positive for chronic wasting disease. Hunters can bring back certain pieces of the deer. Kentucky deer do not have the disease, and there is no evidence that it can be transmitted to humans. A jailer who lost Tuesday's election has filed a lawsuit to try and disqualify his opponent. Lincoln County jailer David Gooch is questioning a signature on opponent Rob Wilson's paperwork. In an affidavit, Gooch says the signature is from a state employee who isn't allowed to participate in political campaigns. Gooch lost by 726 votes. His case will be heard November 24th in Lincoln Circuit Court.
A Central Kentucky community continues to help a teacher recovering from a very serious illness. Asbury University in Wilmore will hold a 5K and fall festival this weekend. The teacher at Rosenwald Dunbar Elementary in Nicholasville, Shawn Carlstedt, lost her hands and feet to an infection several months ago. You can register for the race on the Walking in Faith Facebook page. It's a dream come true for a teenager battling cancer.
Yeah, the 15-year-old will get a chance to play in a college basketball game Sunday at the KFC Yum Center. As Connie Leonard shows us, the news came as a really big surprise to the team.
The Bellarmine Knights prep for a big game Sunday, taking on the Louisville Cardinals.
We're all very excited for this game. You know, Louisville knows us so well. We know them very well.
The Cards may be ranked 8th in the nation preseason, but Bellarmine has a secret weapon in number 25.
It means the world to us. You know, we're so excited for him.
Yes, this will be something I'll never forget.
Good players make good plays, but extraordinary players make others better. We're going to try to make Patrick better today.
Head coach Scotty Davenport is getting ready to surprise 15-year-old Patrick McSweeney.
Just don't drop the camera.
A young man who has inspired his team and us as we followed him for years.
So I thought I might die from it, so it scared me.
That was Patrick at 9. He was diagnosed with leukemia at age 5.
He's been battling it ever since. He relapsed in 2010. And we went through another 2 years of chemo after his initial 3 years. And then he relapsed a second time. We did a bone marrow transplant.
Brother Joey was a match, but this March, Patrick relapsed again and began experimental T-cell treatments in Philadelphia. Despite that, from community blood drives to cancer camps, the young man who loves to play basketball and is good at it has used his game and his battle with leukemia to help spread courage to other kids in the fight. 2 years ago, the group Team Impact paired Patrick with Bellarmine. He not only went to camp, he is part of the team with his own locker and jersey. Now, the shoes and a uniform.
You're in the Bellarmine lineup in the Yum Center, Bellarmine against Louisville. Can you handle that?
What?
Davenport has been working for months for approval from the NCAA, ACC, and U of L.
Oh, I'm serious. You're going to play. You're playing in the game. You went to camp. Camp guys can play in games.
I was completely amazed at how all of this was put together, and I still can barely believe that it's actually happening.
Right after the game, Patrick has a treatment scheduled in Philadelphia. Dad Mike got emotional finding out Coach Patino was not going to let the family drive 11 hours or pay for a hotel.
So because of Coach and his foundation, no, you're flying after the game. Is that all right?
Yes.
Can you handle that?
Yeah.
Mom Debbie is grateful and excited for a deserving son who has taken a lot of punches over the years and rolled with every one of them.
Every 15-year-old boy dreams of being able to play out on a basketball court, and so at the Yum Center, so this dream's coming true.
Very classy by Bellarmine in Louisville. A CBS News program is marking a milestone. We'll tell you how long Face the Nation has been on the air coming up.
Chilly temperatures across the area this afternoon. A lot of 40s, but hey, at least we have the sunshine. We'll tell you how long that sticks around into the weekend forecast and talk Arctic in a moment.